I have just wrapped up watching UFC 264, where Dustin Poirier just defeated, sorry, dog's here, just defeated Conor McGregor, and I am on a high, the highs of highs. Like this, this is why I love MMA. This is why I love sports, because it gives you these feelings, these memories that it's gonna cost that are priceless. I may have bought the pay-per-view for $54.95, but this memorable feeling that I've got happening right now, it's gonna be amazing. So I just wanted to do a recap because I'm on a high right now. I just want to talk to somebody about this. That fight, for the 5 minutes that it went, incredible. McGregor really wanted to smash Dustin's leg up and was just smacking him with leg kicks as hard as he could. And I think how Dustin said at the end that he fractured the shin on one of the checks. I can definitely see that happening. I can 100% see that happening because Conor was throwing everything in them, and especially one of them, Dustin must have checked, even though McGregor was whatever. Checked it because then he's like pointing like, got you, buddy. That was crazy, but Dustin was winning that round so, I wouldn't say easily, but he was definitively winning that one. He was getting better of Conor on the stand up and then took him down and was raining those elbows down. My God, my goodness. And then, wow. That was a really fun fight. I also want to talk about some of their comments because unfortunately that's what everyone's going to be talking about. That Dustin basically saying, Dustin basically saying that he's a scumbag, he's a dirtbag, that he was grabbing onto the gloves to try and to get into those up kicks. And I mean, he did that against Habib. He was grabbing onto his shorts. Might have been with the gloves as well, but I'm not 100% sure on that one, so I won't say it. But he was grabbing on. I know definitely Habib was trying to take him down and grab onto his shorts, and that's why he was standing up. But yeah, and then I'm sorry. How can someone take McGregor serious and like still be like, oh yeah, that's the guy with his ankle dangling down like that, and he's talking there like, oh, meet me outside, I'll smack your head in, I'll smack your head in, talking all that shit like that. I'm like, oh, you didn't check a kick. It's like, bro, you just got finished. And one of the highlight, honestly, was that after, because I didn't see what happened. I thought Conor just slipped down. Then Dustin was going in for the finish. Realistically, if that was like, say there was 30 seconds left in the round, there weren't like less than 10 seconds, her team would have stopped that fight. I was thinking like, it's just because the end of the round that staying in there, then he's staying on the ground there, and then it's like, oh, he's still on the ground, and then it just cuts to that angle, and his ankle just across to the side. It was mad. That was like, oh, let's stop Dustin. That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. So, thinking, what's next for Dustin? Very easily, the title shot against Charles Oliveira. Oliveira was in the crowd there, and I respect him a lot more because I thought he would have been trying to. Because let's be real, Charles Oliveira isn't like, he's a brand new champion. He's not the most popular person out there. So I thought he would have. I thought he could have gone out there when who was it, Megan Levy interviewed him saying like, oh, they're both terrible, I'm going to smack them. But he was very respectful and saying like, yeah, it's good. I can't wait to fight Dustin. I thought I was already going to fight him. Now it's time to go to war with him. So that one I'm very excited for. I think that's going to be a much tougher test for Dustin, much tougher. But yeah, we'll we'll see what happens. See what's happens going next. And yes, that was on purpose. For McGregor, I have no idea what happens next because a normal fighter who's number 5. Let's get this clear. I want to, of course, I don't like McGregor. I don't like him as a person. As a fighter, he's great. That fight was really entertaining for the 5 minutes. So I really don't want that injury to be like a damaging thing to his career where it's going to limit him. It might, but the fact that he was able to do the interview and was still enough to try and act off or whatever, that wasn't. I hope that is it. That's all good. Another thing that I want to say, Connor, what the hell was that when you're in the cage, wait 2 minutes, and then you get to fight? If you start fighting now, it's over. You lose heap of money. And Dustin walks into the cage and whereas they're trying to get to him and act all stuff like that. You're not gonna intimidate Dustin like that. Dustin, it's not gonna work. And yeah, but I've lost my train of thought. For Connor, what's next? A normal person who loses at number 5, they will first of all, of course, drop down in the rankings, and then they'll be fighting probably like at number 7 or number 8. I'm not sure off the top of my head who that is, but that's what it would be. It would be back to fighting contenders to try and build your way back up. No chance McGregor is going to be doing that because McGregor, he's at that stature that I think he's got that ego as well. He won't fight in any position except for a pay-per-view main event. And a pay-per-view main event between like him and Islam Makhachev. Actually, no, that would probably sell for me. Him versus, actually, I'm thinking of really good ones. I was saying RDA. Actually, no, him versus RDA, that won't sell. That probably won't sell because it was going to sell about 5 years ago. But could this have been the last ever MMA fight of McGregor's career? Probably. Very much could have been. But I think he'll be back and he'll just be back to money fights. But let's go, Dustin. Next fight, don't really want to talk about too much. Wonderboy versus Gilbert Burns. Here's the thing. I'm going to sound like a terribly butthurt Wonderboy fan, because I am. But it was... Gilbert clearly won that fight. I'm not going to try and say, like, Wonderboy won 2 rounds. He didn't. He won the 2nd round, I thought. Didn't win the 1st or the 3rd. But Gilbert won clearly, but it was not impressive. For someone who's, I think I heard right, 4-time Jiu-Jitsu world champion, he just held Wonderboy. It's so annoying. He just held him. Like, I think Wonderboy even said in his corner that he's just holding on to him. He's just holding on to him. And it's really disappointing as a fan just trying to watch a really entertaining match when you're just holding him there and then just getting the just tap, 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 tap. Obviously they do some damage, but you're not going to finish him like that. He said that he's always going for finishes like that. That performance was trying to get out a win. Let's be real. He got the win very clearly. It's good. And obviously, that's what he should have done. That's what he should have done. He was upstanding with Wonderboy to start the 3rd round and got dropped with a spinning heel kick. So it's like, why would you want to stand with him if you can just hold him on the ground and just get through the 15 minutes and do that? So, that hurt. That was pain. For next, Gilbert Burns. Again, I said it before the in my prediction. I still don't think that would have done enough to get a title shot. I think know what I would like? It's never going to happen because all the welterweights think everyone thinks they deserve the title shot. But if everyone thinks they deserve, that means no one has actually deserved it, and no one's proven that they should be that person. What I'd like is Gilbert Burns versus Colby Covington. I think of everyone who should be getting a title shot, it should be Leon Edwards. I mean, out of Colby and Leon Edwards. That, in my head, that's what should happen. Will it happen? Of course not. Kamaru's going to probably fight Colby next. And then the winner of that will fight Leon next. And then so on and so on there. So for Gilbert Burns, I would like to fight with Colby, but realistically, he's just going to fight another contender. For Wonderboy, I can't think of anything else, but that's it for him. Because everything he's been saying, because I follow it, like I watch his YouTube channel as well. Not to be a cool fan or whatever, but I think his primary goal in this was to get to the title, to win a title, and yeah, that to me it feels like the dream is dead. So if you've got nothing else to work to, if you've got very little chance to get to that title shot, to get to that title again, yeah, I think he's got good things on him in his life outside of fighting. So yeah, tough one there, tough one. Fight next for that one, Tai Tuivasa, bam, bam, versus Greg Hardy, where he knocks him out in the first round. My God, piece him up with the leg kicks, and then Greg Hardy pushed him, clipped him. Ty's head like spun like 180 around and got back, and his legs are all jelly, just smiling like, come on, bitch. And then Greg Hardy, I think that showed his inexperience. He ran in, big swing. Oh, what's that over there? Oh, a hook. I'm dead. And then got knocked out. That was a cool 1 minute fight. And bam, bam, into the top 15 he should go. If not, he fights someone in the top 15 next. So come on, my shoey boy. Next one, the Irina Aldana. Nice knockout. I don't have too much more to say to that. Nice knockout. And then the pay-per-view opener, Sean O'Malley versus something Latino. Honestly, one of the most one-sided fights I've seen in a very long time. Probably since Max and Calvin Kattar, Max Holloway. That is ridiculous. Moutinho was literally a zombie possessed. He just walked forward, no head movement whatsoever. It was Homer boxing. It was a human punching bag just walking forward, boom, boom, boom. And the entire fight, O'Malley's just like, get off me, get off me, get out of me, get out of me. The jokes aside, even though that wasn't really a good joke, so impressive by Sean. And I know that the commentary were honestly shitting on him because he's like, oh, he's a minus 1,000 favorite. He should be finishing this guy. No, he was so impressive in that fight. If anything that you could get at him for was his cardio a little bit, because whilst it didn't, I don't think it really showed in his performance, but when he would break, he was looking up, I'm guessing, towards the clock a few times. So you could say he's getting tired, but why is he getting tired? Because he punched the guy in the head so many times. I love looking at the graphics where it has like head, body, and legs. It's usually like 5, 10, then like 27 or whatever. It was like 5, 10, 177. It was ridiculous. It was so one-sided. And I haven't really checked, but I know Joe Rogan didn't like it, and I'm guessing everyone else won't like it either. That stoppage, I'm perfectly fine with that one. Because, like I said, like I've been saying, it was so one-sided. Moutinho had no chance of coming back then, and he'd eaten. I don't know if it got over the record for significant strikes in the 3-round fight, but it was very close to that, and he was just eating it and walking forwards. And then it got to the point at the end of the round, and Dean's like, fight back, and he's just getting boom, 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 boom. Although he wasn't hurt then, I want to talk about that a lot. It wasn't hurt then, but he wasn't giving anything. That didn't look like a prayer that he was going to. So I'm happy with that stoppage. Like, it's not like I wouldn't be mad if it wasn't stopped then, but I'm not mad that it was stopped, you know? Either way, the same result happened. But that's what I wanted to say. I was yelling at my TV and for Moutinho's corner to stop the fight, because at the end of that first round, he was gone. He was gone. My God, that knockdown. He was eyes looking everywhere in the corner. The coach was talking to him, and his eyes were, he did not know where it was. And then at the start of the second round, he's standing there and looks wobbly as hell. And then the fight goes and just walks straight towards him. Like, boom, boom, boom. Hats off to him, I guess. But O'Malley, the sugar show at left, that was incredible. What a night. What a day. Definitely my money's worth. Let's go, UFC 264. Let's go. Let's go, Dustin again.